Hello, this is Vicky from the Spellbound Bead Company, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make these super quick and easy pumpkin earrings. To make these earrings you're going to need 2 of our orange and black rondelles, you're going to need 2 emerald green leaves, you're going to need a pair of ear wires. I'm using the copper ones here because it suits the colour scheme, but you can use whatever you prefer. You're going to need some 0.5mm wire. To make the earrings, you're going to need about 20 centimetres in total. You're going to need something like a cocktail stick or a thick darning needle to wrap your wire around to make the little coils. You're going to need some wire cutters and you're going to need some round nose pliers. So let's make a start. We're going to start by cutting about 10 centimetres or so of the 0.5mm wire for the first earring, and we're going to just fold that in half like so. It just needs to be roughly in half. It doesn't matter if it's not precise. Just be careful when you're doing this to use your fingers as much as you can rather than your pliers, because this is an enamelled coated wire and you can scratch the coating if you're rough with it. So just take your time and just be gentle. We're going to thread the orange bead onto the wire like so, and then this last cord end here, this little loop that we've got, we're just going to press that flat against the bottom of the pumpkin. It will hold everything together and it looks a little bit like the stalk on the bottom where the pumpkin sort of sits on the ground. The next thing we're going to do is just separate the wires, and we're going to make, on this one length of wire, we're going to make a little wrapped loop. So to do that, I'm going to hold the pliers, I don't know, about 3 or 4mm above the top of the bead. And then I'm just going to bring this wire end over the top towards me and then wrap it around twice just to secure that wire and the loop. So there we've got our little wrapped loop and our 2 lengths of wire. The next thing I'm going to do is add the leaf. So to do this, I'm going to put the leaf onto the end of the wire, like so. Bring it quite close up to the wrap loop that we've just made. And then I'm going to fold it so that the wire, there's a top and a bottom to this leaf. So in this case, the bottom is this side. So I'm going to fold it so that stays sitting underneath. And again, I'm just going to make one little wrap around under the leaf, and that will hold that nice and secure. So there we've got our pumpkin and our leaf and 2 little bits of wire. Now we're going to turn those little bits of wire into the pumpkin tendrils that you see when they're growing. These can curl up, but they actually pull out to be quite long. I'm going to take my cocktail stick and I'm going to put it across the top of the wire like so, and then I'm just going to wrap it round 3 or 4 times, just like this, and then pull it out. Just bear in mind that your cocktail stick is quite a soft surface, so don't wrap too tightly, otherwise you're not going to be able to get it out smoothly. And then we'll do the same thing with the other piece of wire. And again, it doesn't matter if your wraps aren't even, if they're a bit wonky, a bit like mine is, it just needs to be a few wraps. Okay, so we'll take the cocktail stick off, and you can see it's almost there, and we'll just cut off this excess here at the ends. And then I'm just going to bring that round so that the cut end is tucked in at the bottom, just here, so that it doesn't catch in your hair or on a scarf or anything like that, because it will be a little bit annoying. And then I'm literally just going to use my fingers and I'm just going to manipulate the tendrils, so you can squash them flat, you can squish them up a bit, you can do whatever you want to do. Put that down. Then I'm going to open the loop on the bottom of the ear wire. I'm going to hook onto that wrap loop that I made earlier, and then I'm going to close the ear wire up. So there's our first earring made, and then I'll just do the second one. So move those bits out of the way. So again, about 10 centimetres or so of wire in half. Up through. Fold the end flat. We want a wire wrap loop. Around a couple of times. And then leaf onto the other end of the wire. Under. And around to secure. And a couple of tendrils. There. There's one. There's a second one. It's a bit awkward to do this around your pliers, so I would suggest you find something like a cocktail stick or a knitting needle or something to work on, just to save your sanity. Don't make the mistakes I've just made for you. And then I'll just tidy up that end. That one's not too bad actually. And pull that one in. Okay, and then a bit of a squish, a bit of a stretch. Make sure you're happy with it. Open up the wire. And there we go. There's a quick and easy pair of pumpkin earrings.